Well, this week, Todd Guttner is out on the road and in some beautiful places exploring nature in this great part of the country.
In fact, today Todd is looking at some of the most important natural resources we have here in Massachusetts, and he is starting his tour on the beach at Cape Cod National Seashore in Eastham.
Hey, Todd, this is a summer landmark there, quite a milestone.
It is, and there's a lot of fun planned this summer out here on the Cape Cod National Seashore, the Outer Cape. And over my right-hand shoulder is Coast Guard Beach. You've probably been there. It's ranked regularly as one of the top 10 beaches in the United States. You can also see in the distance the Coast Guard Beach lighthouse there. We're at Fort Hill in Eastham, and this is all part of the Cape Cod National Seashore, the first oceanfront national park in the country's history. It was created 50 years ago this summer when a president who called Cape Cod home signed the bill creating it. It's some of the most beautiful coastline in the country. Miles of beaches stretching along the horizon. 44,000 acres of land preserved and put out of the reach of developers when President John Kennedy signed S-857, the federal bill establishing the Cape Cod National Seashore. A half-century later, this sliver of land jutting out into the Atlantic is appreciated by a group of kids visiting from out of state.
I think it's really calm here, and it's just peaceful.
It's fun to be around the nature and just enjoying it.
There's a pretty view and there's some good history here.
We are very excited to have this amazing artifact here.
Rebecca Pierce-Merrick is the curator of the Kennedy Museum in HYANNIS, which has set up an exhibit to celebrate the Cape Cod Seashore's silver anniversary. She said creating a national park on the Cape was a hot-button issue at the time.
There was a lot of controversy. It was just, post-war building boom starting to happen on Cape Cod, and there were lots and lots of people who didn't want to preserve all of that land and seashore and wanted to move forward in development.
And we all know what happened with development on other parts of the Cape. The establishment of the national park put the brakes on that.
When you get out to the Outer Cape, what you have is just the pure natural beauty that we all love. So yes, it could have been very honky-tonk.
Today, the dramatic coastline is a magnet to beach lovers from all over the country. That doesn't surprise George Price, the park superintendent. He's a believer when it comes to the power of nature.
It might sound corny, but it's life-changing, and I think that's very similar to a lot of other units of the national park system nationwide. These are our country's most special places.
Back live now, part of the motivation for preserving this part of the Cape was from Miami Beach and the Jersey Shore. Folks saw the development and the commercialization that occurred there, and they didn't want to see that happen here.